Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bumblefuck journey. Alright, we got 4 days worth of food left. Everybody's in high spirits, so try not to starve. We still good. 3 days of food left, who wants to die? Oh, everyone's still feeling okay. While walking, the words of Mother's song reach you. It's soothing, nuanced, and about your current journey. When she finishes, a man begins a tale of in his own verse. The woman quickly responds with another poem, and the entire caravan slows to listen to the entertaining competition. I'll join in with a verse of my own. The whole caravan is shocked when the first line of your poem rings out. You mimic both contestants, adding your own spin on their tales. At last, you end with a joke at your own expense, and the peasants wildly applaud. Sitting at the plot of my mom and pop, and over my shoulder she appeared, almost made my fucking heart stop. 7 years ago, I slain this bloodsucker. Now I gotta find a piece to fix this motherfucker? As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onuf pulls you aside. I have a couple of concerns I wanted to speak to you about, he says, in private. You find a quiet place to talk. Ruh-roh! What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? We have picked up quite a few. I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Stoker, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they'd die to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. What about the Varl? You don't even know half of those warriors. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened at Einhardolf? They joined us voluntarily. And they might voluntarily put a sword in your gut, too. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Cromer gave the word, I guaranteed at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force at any time if they wanted to. They haven't. Doesn't mean they won't. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us, a mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Stiggerholm. Ivan's just the apprentice. What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about that Ivan? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous serpent shows up at Einhardolf after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Ivan and it bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council. How does that make any damn sense? Ivan could have taken control long before now. A shrewd man with ambitions can be very patient. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook. But it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onuf is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Oh, great! It's the traitor time. So who fucking dies? I think I might have saved some people by letting Eckel be around. Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle, and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onuf's fighters from Frostvelder leap into action, cutting people down. As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onuf runs her through, pulls the blade from her back without even breaking a stride. She drops like a sack of flour. In one clean motion, his blade takes Eggle in the throat before the boy can grab his shield. Oh, Eggy's dead. Onuf heads straight for Alette, who freezes in unbridled terror. You rise to your feet through the pain. Eggle and Oddleaf are dead. So did Oddleaf? Okay, somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onif clutches Alette's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside, and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you as Ivar steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. Well, shit. Alright, so Ivar's pissed. Gunny's here. We got Ivan. Ekel! I thought having Ekel around actually prevented some of that. Huh. Nid. What do you do? Bird of Prey. Character uses her longbow to shoot further than other, less experienced archers. She always hits her mark. Bird of Prey makes it possible for her to strike units before they are able to get into attack range, and allows her passive Puncture to be used against more enemies who have been out of range from 100% chance to hit. That's actually pretty good. Our Burmaster. I don't have... whatever. Alright, crazy. You get... Strength resist. You can have... Oh, god damn it, I took a knife to the ribs. Alright, who do we go? Actually, Gunny, get down here. Because Gunny could actually nail 2 of them. Ivar angry! Ivar smash! Double kill! Fuck! Eggy, or Eckel! Eki! Eki has to replace Eggy, because Eggy died. I swear, there's gotta be a way to keep Eggy alive. Oh well. At this point, I got 4 square boys. Where's Alette? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit. But you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think that you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Alette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onuf, an arrow buried in his right eye as if placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then Onuf. I killed him, she says. Finally, the little girl becomes a woman. Alette, are you alright? You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alette after a bloody struggle with Onuf. No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice. Dad, your chest, you're bleeding. Suddenly, she's at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where's my needle? Oddleaf, anyone? Ivor, I found them! Just as your sight goes black, you see Ivan, Ivor, and Alette standing over you. He's gonna make it. Your eyes open to the sound of Alette's voice. Normally, a wound like that, I only hope I did enough. I'll survive. Dad! Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. Oddleaf? It's a good thing Ivan was here. She's gonna pull through, though it was a nasty wound. We managed to kill most of the traitors' sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Ivan. Nobody expects you to raise the dead. Ivan frowns deeply, putting a hand up to his forehead. Why did Onuf do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before it happened. He'd been planning it all along. I think that much is clear. Eckel killed a good half-dozen of Onuf's men by himself. He told me Onuf was running Frostfeller the whole time. He left Frostfeller behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. Eckel was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. It was no accident Onuf went after those of us from Skogar. And he must have thought with us gone, he could take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or, at worst, they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest of us as dredge bait. We have to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan anymore. We'll be more cautious. None of this changes the fact that Bellower's out there somewhere following us. That swamp around Sugarhome might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Your body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. The caravan's already starting to pack up camp. Well, at least Eckel killed a good number of the fuckers. Hey, Oddleaf! You survived getting run through! Oh, how's the wound? You notice Oddleaf winces as she rises to greet you. It's doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure. Well, really glad you're... You would have missed me, Rook. She smiles. Without Ivan, that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. It still aches, like you wouldn't believe, though. Maybe you would. Heard you took a stabbing yourself. I guess things could have gone worse. How you doing? Doing alright. Sometimes it's lonelier since my husband died. I guess I'd say it's been more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have a let around. And you, Rook. What do you think about the caravan? You mean should we start kicking people out? It's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. Oddleaf thinks for a long moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Alette. I'll let you get some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know, you're welcome to keep me company. When I'm a little more awake, I mean. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Eckel! Hey, buddy! Look who it is! Still not dead. How are things, Rook? I could never guess with you, Eckel. I heard you helped drive off the traitors when Onuf attacked us. And it leaves me wondering, what's your deal? I'm not so hard to understand. Why don't you try asking yourself asking instead of telling? Yeah, you're welcome to stay with us. I had no plans to go anywhere. So, you're gonna let me walk around with my own axe and everything? That doesn't mean I'm not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. Why didn't you warn us about Onuf? Didn't I? How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you got the message? What do you want me to say? Watch out, Onuf's going to murder your whole family? He didn't fill me in on the details. He was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. Why'd you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night. But she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he just felt like it. I was so furious, got so angry that I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel sick about it, puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into, over time, he never cared, and I never gave up, and did what he wanted. I don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostfeller, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. I need to get going. And I need to take a piss. You're not the only busy man around here, you know. You shake your head as Eckel steps away from camp. It's like, I need to get going. I need to go take a fucking leak. Alright, everybody rest the fuck up. We got 1 day of supplies left, folks. We gotta start drawing lots on who gets to eat or not. Okay, we're out of supplies. Okay, damn it. Okay, 7 useless people. Throw them on the barbecue pit. Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies, the concerned woman tells you. No, they're not. We don't have any supplies. That's bullshit! Counted these myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll all be starving before long. Post a few extra guards. To deter any further threat, you discreetly place some trusted guards by the caravans. You hear a few people casually point out the extra manpower, but no one seems to raise an alarm for now. We don't have any fucking food. Hey! 5 useless people died! 5 more useless motherfuckers kicked the bucket. Woo! Hey, what's over here? Looks like a bunch of folks. Give me your food. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that's coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up their things and join you. No! I ain't paying that. The fucking price sucks, man. That price fucking sucks, man. I don't know what you talking about. Alright, everybody, let's get going. On the road again. I can't wait to get back on the road again. Watch all the peasants starve and die of dysentery. On the road again. Going in some deep dark woods on the road again. 3 4-square boys starved to death in the woods, and no one wants to eat them. A mother's scream floods the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spit, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder? Over a marriage? In these times? Something must be done. The accused woman remains silent. Investigate the death. A healer joins you in inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits she had always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Oh, sad face. On the road again. Anar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, if there's one thing I know better than women and mead, it's, well, he smiles. Well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and old Anar will make everything better. No questions now. Sure, we appreciate any help. That evening, Anar clears his throat and loudly recites the tale of travelers, ending with, war and death behind them, seeking hope instead, they carried on with courage, using heart and head. A strange poem, but the caravan is happy for a change of pace. Anar bows and turns to assist the cooks. The evening meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagons seem more full than before. You look in to thank Anar, but he's gone. That's... never seen that. Huh. So we bring the crazy hobo into the party, and then when we're in the middle of starving to death, he pulls a he recites a poem, pulls a Jesus, and fucks off. Even though there was nothing to pull a G, there were no loaves and fish left. He just went, here's a poem. I'll help you cook. What are we cooking? We're cooking our fucking boots. Ah, we'll let you cook. Help you cook, and then he just fucks off. The imposing godstone of Bjornrolf. I wonder if that scene's going to come back to bite me in the ass. Oh, jeez. Godstone of Bjornrolf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogan busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor of Bjornrolf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment that swept over the caravan. I'm gonna join Hogan in collecting berries, brother. What exactly are these, you ask Hogan? When I would travel to Beresgar with my father, sometimes he'd buy a few of these, Hogan replies. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one and you can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As an hour becomes late and the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road, the day at Burrowstone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. We got thistleberries! Thanks, stern-looking motherfucker! Stop! Full stop! Everybody! Halt your fucking horses! So, morale is going to go down because it goes down every day, regardless of what happens. It goes down every day. So since we're going to have 2 days with the morale dropping 2 notches, we might as well eat the rest of the food to up the morale, and then take the morale hits when we have higher, you know. Ned, sorry Ned, you need to get the fuck out. +2 strength. Let's just pull that off you. Strength resist. Alright, everybody's fat and happy. Well, time to go back to starving on the road again. We lost some more useless motherfuckers on the road again, except for that Foursquare boy who could have killed some shit. More supplies are missing. No, they're not. We ate them all. The woman by a wagon says to you, and look, tracks right here, and they look like children's footprints, but my husband and I followed them into the wilderness ways. They meet up with some adult tracks, no telling how many. Have the children watched carefully. Some parents complain deeply while others approve of the decision. Regardless, you check the wagons every morning. The supplies remain consistent. It seems like whoever it was given up on the extra food. But there's no extra food.
Rainvik is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town.
Troll-a-lol!
Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Rainvik comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Borisgard, and you try to hurry past but are eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. What is that? Points out Oddleaf, up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse laughing. The dredge heading your direction turn back, roaring, and begin to pound on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. Rush to help. Against my better judgment, we should probably do something, you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. Hey! Shouts a Varl wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Came all the way up here just for me! He seems unconcerned about the dredge as he hoists his enormous sword. It's Red Gunny! What's this do? Scarlet Feather. 2 move, -1 aggro. Wow. Da, 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 da. So basically, it's weaker Red Gunny. Ivor, Gunny, Rook, actually, Eckle, and Zappy McDumbfuck. +2 move? That's an item. So we got a 1611 and a bunch of dumb fucks over there. You have Tempest, you have Tempest. You're 14. Bitch! Shepard ain't got time for your shit. Actually, we'll just make you useless. Really? Rook, you need. There you go, Rook. Okay, then why can't I... Alright, why can't I move if I have full willpower? Oh wait, that was Rook's last promotion, wasn't it? Welcome to my mead house. Shorbjorn's House of Mead. Wasn't expecting a barrel this far south. Or this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall looking on with uneasiness. Who are these people with you? No, they're friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured the dredge back to a room full of unarmed people? What's wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone in here. They shared some fine drink. The best drink. Wait, I was saving your ass. Remember that part? If you knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. What do we do with this guy? How much meat is left? Townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality meat and help you haul them back to your caravan. I'll miss this place. Good memories. With some help, you gather up the cask of meat and head back to the caravan. Shibjorn and the other survivors in tow. Shit! The caravan gives the boisterous Varl a large berth as you set out for Barberker. Alright, everybody, chill the fuck out. Where's the map? I'll look at the map. Haven't looked at the map like all game or anything, but let's look at the map. That's Strand, there's Vergerfart. There's Aberrang. Ah, here's where we're going. We're like... Oh... Alright, we got a little bit of a ways to go. Not too much, not too big far fat of a march. You get the fuck out of my party. +2 move. Need 15. Alrighty. Alright, everybody, we still have a bit of a march to go. Everybody feels really weak and pitiful and pathetic. So drink all the booze we got. Drink all the booze! Now starve because we don't have any alcohol left. Our liquid bread and honey is gone. What did I do? Seaborn wakes up in a pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansmen let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. Help him recover. Reluctantly, your clansmen offer any food and drink they can scrounge together for the moaning Varl. When one offers him thin meat, he pushes it away. In fact, take this away from me, he says, handing you his massive mead stein. But eventually, Bjorn comes to you. I won't get into any details. I was supposed to bring those casks from Reinevik back to Borvisgard. Drank maybe half by accident. Point is, you don't tell anybody what happened. I won't tell anybody about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree and get back to travel. I got some big ol' mead stein. What does the big old mead stein do? Fuck the morale! You shouldn't have let people steal all our shit. Huh. Knockback on strength greater than 3 + 1 strength. Knockback on strength greater than... Alright, everybody. Ah, people die. Oh, well. Come on, everybody. Let's go. We haven't even been on the road for half a year, and you're already fucking whining and moaning. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends, the man says. We are poor farmers down on our luck. The woman hits him hard and says, we're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. Send the outlaws away. We are so much more than... The man stops as the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away quietly. It takes until camp is set until they notice a few of your supplies have gone missing, but we don't have any supplies. So joke's on you, bitches! We already starving! Okay, everybody's got their pocket food, but... The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusation of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sort of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. Carry on and put up with it. Try to address the major issues. Try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. Firewood collection, scouting, gathering of edibles, weapons training, and wagon repair keep your clansmen busy and usually too tired to complain. The chores slow the caravan, but the resulting peace and productivity feels worth it.
As we pass steep cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
Good! I told everybody to chin the fuck up. We managed to snag a little bit of extra. We managed to push ourselves to Normal morale! Instead of the steady decline that would have been. Finally, you arrived at Burwisgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions and are littered with the bodies of Dredge, Varl, and men. Excuse the mess! A voice shouts from above the gates. Looking up, you spy a striking Varl, his face wreathed in matted black hair. Movement at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging at the gate doors, without luck. Let us in, you shout. Shibjorn pushes past. I won't be hearing the end of this for a while, he says before yelling, Open up, Bulwark! They dug me out of Ranniverk! You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men leave the massive Varl, led by the massive Varl, make a quick work of the dredge and usher you into the city. You may be interested to know that they brought a mender. You didn't go to get a mender. Where's the mead? Sabrum shrugs apologetically. I guess a mender will do. Either we've got a chance now or we're completely screwed. I'm Rook. We've cut him a long ways as far as Skoger. You in charge here? In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you have something to tell him, say it now. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. And it won't be to talk. Mender, come along. We're going to go see the governor. Bulwark and Shibjorn leave with Ivan, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. This is just like Frostfeller all over again. No, this is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in Bearskin is probably leaving the Ravens. Ravens? Is that good or bad? It depends on who they're working for. Hopefully, it really is the governor and not someone trying to strong-arm their way into a seat. I guess we'll wait for Ivan to tell us if he comes back. I'm not worried about Ivan. I'm worried about the army of refugees we brought, who don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody ever uttered a nice thing about Borisgard. So what now? We ought to go to the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the Ravens are all they got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Well, let's keep to ourselves for now. So, the docks. Hey, yo, what we got up in the market, guys? Anything cool? Any food? One renowned for one food. Suck my dick. These people can starve. When you get to the dock, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen. Aside from wrecks, bodies float in the water, buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happens here? Murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Ivan, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. Ivan, you're okay. I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor's here and he's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot, food is scarce, the markets are bare, Borisgar is a fire cake waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor's paying the Ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. And where does that leave us? I promised him the Mender's protection in Aberrang. I don't think he's very popular there. They're gonna start tearing this place down and build new ships. We can ride the Ormsted River all the way to the capital. Leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on, what happens to the people living in Borisgard? It's the best I could do, Alette. You thought it could take as long as a month. You don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. And as soon as people figure out what's going on here, there's going to be riots in the street. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned, is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the dock. Alec gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Ivan. What do we do about Bellower? Ivan says nothing for a moment. I don't know. Hey, biggin. You find Ivor standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cut you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing in a month, we're going to have to be prepared. Yeah? What do you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the street. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Ivor explains, I'm leading the attacks with Ivan every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose Fighter and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We can always use the help. You consider what to do for now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Kill stuff! Thanks for the help, Ivor grunts. The more fighters we can keep alive, the longer we'll make it. As if to prove the point, movement from below catches your eye. Get ready! Oh no, the big bad monsters are coming. Oh no. Whatever. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all the time I have to play with you. What do we got? A 1322, 1218. Okay, you're not as bad because you got lower attack power, but fuckity Christ wagons. And fuck this shit. Ah, shit, he can't. Just can't make it. One, two, three, four, five, six. Damn it! Dude, you hit your own bro. Here you go, Echo. Booyah! People go be starving day by day. Where is the... That's the map. Oh, here's heroes. Alright, Eki. You're rank 4 now. Good for you, Captain iTwitch. Now you could run farther and get in the middle of everybody and do your little jumpy attack that just guarantees damage. Anyhow, I'll catch you guys next time.